Today we are going to discuss on impact of insulation on our buildings. So first of all, impact on insulation and also on choosing the right kind of insulation. So first we'll discuss why we need insulation. So before that, in India today, our energy demand is going to grow, and for the next few decades, we are dependent on coal-based energy productions. Yes, we are moving towards renewable source of energy, but yes, we are today dependent on thermal power plants. So energy demand is going to grow, and if energy demand is going to grow, our air conditioning cost, for which we consume most of the electricity, is also going to grow, right? One of the best examples is this year. I'm from Bangalore, and we are always proud on our weather. Anyone who comes to Bangalore will always say, you have great weather conditions. But we are not going to say the same this year. Our summer, which was in Bangalore this year, was very hot, right? So I was almost tempted to buy an air conditioning for my own house. So imagine in a metal building or factories, what the conditions should be, right? And another proof that air conditioning cost or air conditioning demand is going to grow high is a simple example that Blue Star, Voltos, and Daikin Air Conditioning are all putting huge power plants in huge production plants in South, right? So air conditioning is going to grow, energy demand is going to grow. So what can insulation do? Why insulation is required? So the first and the most basic thing is insulation regulates temperature, right? So it controls, if it is hot outside, it will try to maintain the coolness inside, and if it's the other way around as well, right? Apart from that, if you use a good insulation, you can also get a return on investment as well, because cost is a very important factor, right? So this two factors is why today insulation is one of the most cost effective ways of reducing your energy cost, right? So how do we choose? What are the factors on how we choose the right insulation? So the first and the most important is thickness, right? In thermal insulation, when you want the right performance, thickness is the most important factor. Don't believe any manufacturers coming and telling you that a simple 10 mm or 12 mm thickness also will suffice. No. So we have done many calculations, many studies, that thickness is the most important factor when you're choosing the right insulation to provide the required thermal comfort. So for example, in airports, in India, wherever all the upcoming airports, they use minimum of 175 to 200 mm thickness, right? So, and also now the railway redevelopments are happening, so we are working along with the architects and the government as well to choose the right insulation. So we have done a recent study on that as well, and you can see the results. So thickness is a very important factor when you choose the right insulation. So how does any product or a wool kind of material achieve this insulation? Is because it has air pockets inside. So it does, any Rockwool or stone wool does not have any hazardous or blowing agents which are ozone depleting, etc., which inside their insulation. So one, it is easy, and the air trapment inside which is in the insulation gives you that factor, right? So thermal insulation is a very, very important factor. So in this, please check the thermal conductivity, which is the K value of any insulation whenever choosing, and always remember thickness plays a very important factor in this, right? So coming to the second most important factor, today we are seeing a lot of fire incidents in factories as well, in residential, in even RCC buildings. So these are few examples. It not only the machines or through electric defaults, the fire generates, as well as it has spread to roof in many cases. So if you're using the wrong kind of insulation, which easily burns, which easily catches fire, it's going to be not only you're going to spend a lot of money on your machineries, your factories and the lives, and also your whole infrastructure as well. So again, if your insulation can give you that fire resilience, it's very good, it's very important. So again, when you're choosing for fire resilience, what are all the factors you have to look out for? So if you can see, EN 13501 fire classification is a very important and most stringent fire classification which is there today. So they classify each material as per their burning characteristics. So there is class A1, class A2, which is non-combustible, and surface spread of flame and all fire propagation is 0. So these things are the ones what you can check. And the most other important factor what you can also do is also check the melting temperature, right? So melting temperature, if it is above 1000 degrees, it will give you that fire resistance for people to evacuate and save as many lives as possible. So melting temperature and the fire classification is a very important factor while choosing a fire resilient insulation, right? A small right? So check the melting temperature, melting point of your insulation, right? And when we talk about comfort, yes, thermal, we spoke about fire, and another important criteria is also acoustics, right? So many of us would have faced, when we are in an apartment, if the top floor or the floor above us is walking, we feel the sound, and if we are in a metal shed or in a factory, we have also experienced many times if there is heavy rain, we are not able to even talk to the person next to each other, right? So again, acoustics plays an important role. So choose an insulation which again will give you an good acoustic capability as well, which is called as noise reduction coefficient. So please ask your manufacturers if they have done for rain noise impact, what is the NRC, what is the sound transmission class for what they'll achieve for their system. So a good insulation should also give you a good acoustic capability as well, and give you that comfort and reduce the sound which is from external side, right? So coming to Rockwool, so Rockwool Group is a multinational company. So we are a Denmark-based company with over 50 factories all over the world. So our factory in India is in Dahej in Gujarat. So we are a 85-year-old company manufacturing only the stone wool insulation for these many years. So apart from this, we want to emphasize that in India we are registered as a Rockwool, the logo and the brand which we own. So Rockwool is actually a company. It's not a product what we usually think of. It's the product what we manufacture is called as stone wool, and the company is Rockwool, right? So in India, we are registered as Rockwool. These are all the green building criteria which we cater to. All our products qualify for LEED, Green Pro, IGBC, well standards, and also our products are completely non-carcinogenic and biosoluble. So whenever your clients use our product, they will get all those, also the LEED credit points as well. It can be in false ceilings, in roof, in walls, drywall partitions, anywhere. So they also get the LEED credit points as well. So having a product which also gives you credit points and green points is also an added advantage. So these are the simple applications what we have shown. So single skin roofing, which usually is used for factories, and double skin roofing for airports or larger areas. So they can go for the simple type of insulation for whatever thickness you require. And also one of our most growing business today is sandwich panels. So how earlier you used to get only puff panels, today you get Rockwool panels. So most of our OEMs or manufacturers, they make Rockwool panels. The advantage of using a Rockwool panel is acoustics, thermal, as well as fire. So this is the only panel in the market today which gives you all three under one platform, right? So very good products for sandwich panels as well. These are some of our project references. Right? Thank you.